Hi everyone, it's Connie Elaine. Thanks for joining me again this week. This time I'm presenting to you guys how I did my custom fall leaf French mani. So I did French tips with different colors, and then I also did an accent nail with fall leaves. So I used a miniature punch, which you'll see in the video. So let me know what colors you guys would use instead, if you would pick something different, and also whether you'd use this for the beginning of fall. It'd be great going into November, Thanksgiving, all the way up to Christmas. So enjoy and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so these are the colors I decided on finally for this DIY fall mani. Solar Flare, Coming in Hot, Mojave Gold, and Brownie Points. And then I also found online this miniature leaf punch. It's actually for like train setups to punch leaves for the ground. So I found that and I used it last year around Thanksgiving, and then I'm using it again for this DIY fall mani. So I almost used Crantastic in this mani, but I decided with the deep red to gold ombre in Solar Flare that I liked that better. So I actually didn't use Crantastic. And then here I'm showing you the Chelsea Later, which is in the line, versus Mojave Gold, which was a Hostess exclusive. So Mojave Gold is definitely more yellow. It's on the top there in the screen. So I wound up using Mojave Gold, but both are similar. And then I also grabbed some champagne sugar and have that under the leaves on my accent nail. So now I'm just going to show you a couple ways that you can punch your strips. There's multiple ways to do this. So because of the ombre and Solar Flare, I'm punching each end because I want that deeper red to the lighter gold on each tip. So I want it to be similar. You can punch your strip sideways. You can start at one end and keep going, as you'll see me do in a minute. But on this one, I just punch each end and then I cut in half. And then I always retack my strips for ease of applying. You don't have to, but it's what I prefer to do. So once I stick that on, I already have champagne sugar on, and later I'll go back to my leaves. So next I'm doing the Mojave Gold, and then I'll apply Coming in Hot on my index fingers. So I'm taking this, I believe it's a 5/8 craft punch, and I'm punching a couple pieces of a thin gold line that I'm going to use later on my accent nail. So once I have one tip done, then I'm going to go back. I'm punching the same end. I need to clean it up, and then I'll apply to my other nail on my other hand. So now I'm using Coming in Hot, so just punching a little bit off, so that way I have a curved moon. And then you can also actually cut them like this instead of tearing if you wish, and then apply your tip. So many ways to do French. You can even use a dime or a nickel to trace it and cut by hand. I just like using a craft punch because it's just easier for me. And so once I apply Coming in Hot to my index nails, then I grab this Brownie Points strip and start punching some of my leaves. I didn't use Brownie Points on my any of my French tips. I actually used it for my pedicure with this, and then also some of my leaves. So I just have to get the nail polish strips off, and then also get the backing off my leaves. I like this wooden orange stick or cuticle pusher. It's a little different than the rubber tipped one, but the end of it just helps separate the backing, and then it also doesn't get as sticky to the wooden stick when I'm applying as it does my finger, as you can see. So here I'm just grabbing some of my leaves and placing them where I want and putting them on. So I also put on that gold line right on my nail line instead of a French tip, so as part of my accent. So as I keep going through these leaves, I just peel the backing off. Usually it comes off pretty easily, and then I just grab that with my little stick, so that way I can put it where I want on my nail. And then once I do that, then I'll use my rubber tipped cuticle pusher to push it down so that way I don't tear the strip. So you can use your fingertip too. I just didn't want to. So then I'll just keep applying. So, oh, here's actually when I actually have the Mojave Gold little line that I'm applying. I did this with a black French tip mani with the J'adore Glamour set. I punched an extra line to have for my French tips. So this I'm just applying instead of a whole tip to this nail. I'm applying leaves around it, but then I have the gold line. So then I'm going to grab the solar flare. I decided it was a good fit for a changing fall leaf mani. So I punched those. You can see there's variation in the leaves, even though they're teeny tiny, just because solar flare is an ombre already. So that was fun. And then once I apply those, then I am going to grab Clear as Day and apply.
Alright everybody, well I hope you enjoyed that. As always, stay tuned for the final look at the very end of the full mani. And thanks again for liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things. Appreciate you guys for being here, and have a great week and stay safe. Bye!